Dubela. My name is Griffiths. I'm your Grootman in running. This is the second video of the Running a Sub 4 Marathon video series. In this video, I'm discussing how you can choose a target marathon, and I'm going to discuss also the different phases of a training program and how you can align those different phases to your training program and your target marathon. Right now, you might be sitting there thinking, but I've been running for so long and I've done many sub 2 half marathons, but I still struggled to nail that sub 4 marathon. And that is very possible because training for a half marathon and training for a full marathon are two different things. So you might have been able to get that sub 2 half marathon easy, but struggled with the sub 4 marathon. And this could be because maybe your training program is wrong. The way you approach your training program is wrong. The way you execute that training program is also wrong. And because, we usually find a generic program that we make changes to make it fit us and to make it fit our style of training and the availability of days that we have to run in a week. And one of the things that could be going wrong is that you are not training using the different phases of a training program. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the pre-season. I'm going to talk about the building phase, the speed phase, the tapering phase, and also the recovery phase of a training program. The reason why you should have your program divided into different phases is that the different phases have different goals, and each goal that you achieve in one stage becomes a building block for the other goals in the next stage. Training programs are usually between 16 to 20 weeks. That's 4 to 5 months, right? And if you train using the different phases, it allows you to run purposefully. It allows you to run efficiently. This means that every run that you do during your training program is purposeful. You don't just run for the sake of running, but you run and that run is adding value to your program. And using phases allows you to pick at the right time. You pick at the right moment in the program, and it allows you to also peak without getting injured during that time, because an injury can set you off for a week or two, which will disturb that program. So running in phases allows your body to peak at the right time with no injuries, and to achieve your goal of running that sub 4 marathon. Choosing a target marathon is a very important part of training in phases. This makes that marathon the ultimate goal, the reason why you are in that program, and how you are running every day to add to achieving that sub 4 marathon. And one question that usually comes to your mind when you're choosing a marathon is if you should choose an easy or a hard marathon. Truth is, there's no such thing as an easy marathon. There's nothing easy about running a whole 42 kilometers. There's nothing easy about it. So you need to find your strength. You need to understand the way you run and how your body responds to different running routes, and choose a marathon based on that. When you choose a target marathon, you need to find out the history of that marathon, if it's a new marathon or it's a marathon that has been happening for years. That allows you to have access to the route profile of that marathon. And based on your strength, if you perform better at flat marathons, then you choose a marathon that is more flat. And if you perform better at a marathon that has hills and declines, you choose a marathon based on your strength. Don't choose a marathon because somebody said, no, this marathon is easy, so you can go there, you can do your PB. That is a big lie. There is a big misconception amongst runners that flat routes are easy routes. Oh boy, that is a lie. And there's no such thing. A route can be easy for you based on your strength. If flat routes are your thing, definitely a flat marathon will be an easy marathon for you. The same way, if you are more of a hilly person, a marathon that has more hills will be easier for you. Um, Valgate. Oh my goodness. At that marathon, I saw flames. It happens around March, right? And I was preparing for Comrades Marathon. And at that time, I was very fit. And guess what? I got there and I saw flames. Reason being, flat routes are not my thing. Flat routes are difficult for me. And most of my training is done on routes that have hills and inclines and flats. So my routes are usually balanced. So when I went to Val, I got there and I was with my friends uh, that were planning to get their PBs there to improve their CD. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm going to let me improve my PB here as well. I was fit. I mean, there was no reason why I should not improve my seeding, But flat routes are not my thing. The reason being for me is a flat route makes you work very hard, right? You use the same group of muscles and you use them the whole marathon. While if you're on a marathon that is more hilly, or a marathon that is more balanced, you use one group of muscles for your inclines and use a different group for your declines and a different group for your flats. So when one group of muscle is working, the other two groups of muscles are resting. So that is my strength. So on a balanced marathon, I perform better. At Val, oh Val, I saw flames there. I had never in my life cramped at a race. I had never in my life cramped at any run. Even during training, I had never cramped. But at 18 kilometers, I started cramping. And it was difficult. And I even thought of just giving up when the marshal said 42 straight and 21 left. I almost 10 left, but I was like, you know what? I came here for a marathon. Let me finish it. So don't get carried away by the flat routes are easy routes. Know your strength, know what works for you, and know how your body functions, right? And choose a marathon based on that, nothing else. If you do that, I promise you're going to perform good, or you'll be able to achieve your sub 4 marathon at that race. So in short, there is no such thing as an easy marathon, right? So if you're going to choose between hills or flat or a balanced route, that is up to you. You need to know your strength and choose a marathon solely based on that. And after choosing that target marathon, then from that date of the marathon, count 16 weeks back, right? That is 4 months. And that's when your program should start. And then you divide it, or your program then should be aligned in the form of phases that I'm just about to explain now, from in that 16 weeks or more. So a program can be either 16 weeks to 20 weeks, and that aligned with the different training phases for you to achieve your maximum performance at that marathon where you'll be targeting to do your sub 4.